You are the light of the world. Welcome to Light and Stillness Meditations. I am Pastor Linda. This video is a tribute video to Tom Brown Jr. because of the tremendous impact he had on my life and particularly its spiritual trajectory. Tom Brown Jr. is the author of the Tracker book series and the founder of the Tom Brown Jr. Tracker School. On August 16, 2024, Tom died. I first met Tom Brown Jr. through his books, introduced to me by my husband, Tim, who had been reading them since he was a child. In 2003, Tim had the opportunity to attend the standard class at the Tracker School at Camp Lindblad in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Now that year, the Tracker School did 2 standard classes, back-to-back weeks. We had 2 small children, ages 2 and 4. So Tim said to me, "Do you want to go?" Now, I've been drawn to the out of doors all my life, but I did not grow up in a camping family. I barely had the confidence to pitch a tent. I didn't know how to make a fire. I really didn't have very many outdoor skills. So I wasn't sure I was ready to go to standard. I just felt a little self-conscious. I assumed that there'd be a lot of people there with a lot of skills who might wonder what I was doing there. So I said to Tim, "No, you go. I don't think I'm ready. You go, check it out, tell me about it. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll go sometime." So off he goes. Now, there was no cell phone reception at Camp Lindblad, so I had no idea what he was up to, how it was going. I expected him to tell me all about it when he got back. But as soon as Tim got in cell phone range on that Saturday, he called me up and he said, "Linda, you've got to go. And they have space. You can go tomorrow." Well, I was a little taken aback by how quickly I'd have to get ready to go. And he said, they say you don't even need to bring your tent. You can sleep in the lodge with some of the volunteers. Well, I trusted Tim, and I knew if he said I needed to go and that it'd be all right, it would. So I went. I learned so many life-changing things at my standard class. But the most important thing I learned was to believe in myself, to believe in the power I had to bring transformation and healing and hope to people and to the creation. One of the things you learn in the standard class is how to make a friction fire with a bow drill kit. And not only do you make the fire, you carve the kit. I know it's a bit of an exaggeration to say I didn't even know which end of the knife to hold, but I really didn't know how to carve. I'd never carved in my life. And I couldn't believe that they were suggesting that in the space of a week, I would carve this kit and create a coal. However, I also knew that Tim believed in me, that all the instructors believed that I could do it. And so I went for it. I did my very best. I paid attention to the instructions, and I used that knife and carved that kit to the best of my ability. And I'll never forget that moment out in the yard when I had all the pieces assembled and I started to use the kit. And I created cedar dust with that spindle. And I heated it enough that it turned into a coal. And I took that coal and I put it in my tinder bundle and I blew it into a flame. It was a miracle. No way could I have believed I was capable of doing that. Yet everyone there said I could, and I trusted them, and I learned a powerful lesson about believing in myself and not letting my mind limit the possibilities of what I could do. I talk a lot on this channel about how we are pure incandescent light. And when we believe in ourselves and we don't limit our possibilities, that is a reflection of the light inside. When you go to tracker school, at least when I went to tracker school, I was impressed by all the other students. There were so many with awesome skills that I have yet to attain. People who can track over any terrain, folks who can make fires out of the most difficult materials, people who can stalk a deer and touch it. I don't yet have those skills. And so by that measure, I'm not very impressive. However, when I think about where I started some 20 years ago and all the things I have done since attending that class, I'm blown away. I'm super impressed with myself and how I've faced my fears and overcome perceived limitations to do things I can't believe I've done. This is a reflection of the light inside me. And I want you to discover this for yourself. I am grateful to Tom for his vision and his skill, particularly the skill of teaching. In the space of a week, and I have attended at least 5 classes at the tracker school, each week I learned so much, and I have sought to deepen my skills day by day. It was Tom who first taught me about the sacred silence, and that spiritual truth can be tested in the silence. You don't need to take my word for it. He didn't want me to take his word for it. You take it to the silence and to the wilderness, and something that is capital T true will be true there. And if it isn't, it's not that kind of truth. And so that's why I invite you not to take my word for anything I say, but to test it yourself, to take it to the stillness, to the silence, and know there that you are light. I hope you will join me for Light and Stillness Meditations each week. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And remember, you and I are the light of the world. Enter the stillness and discover this for yourself. Thank you, Tom, for all you have given me, and I seek to honor you in my life and teachings by passing on these life-giving lessons to others.